Hey guys, what's going on? You are watching Marvel live at E3 2016. We're here in Los Angeles. I'm Ryan Penagos, aka Marvel's Agent M. And I'm joined by Brian Intihar, creative director from Insomniac Games.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, buddy.
This is a trip. As I was telling you before we started, just to have this and the logo and everything, I was like, oh, I can't believe this is actually happening.
How's this week been for you?
I think outside of getting married, it's probably been like the craziest week of my life.
Okay.
And one of the most exciting things, I mean, to finally be announcing this after, since we started, it's like now I can finally say Spider-Man in public and like post about comics and like movies and Netflix series. I can finally without people like. I mean, I posted a Spider-Man picture like in 2012, and someone dug that up like on the
real?
Yeah, like someone just wrote. And I was like, oh my god, wow, like people dig. So it's been, like I said, surreal. It's been awesome. I mean, it couldn't have gone any better. We're glad it kind of stayed secret for a long time, and we're just glad that this partnership, this collaboration has been fantastic. Like I'm pretty much in cloud nine.
Yes, I think the first time we met was in person was in January.
Yep.
And
Yep.
I loved it because you were so like you wouldn't utter the words at all. And we were in a there was only like Marvel, Disney people there. There was no way, and we were dealing with secret stuff on another level as well.
And we were like doing like these looks and like these waves and these like kind of like nods. You're like, yeah, that one. No, yeah, that one, that project. And it's fun. Like I said, I can say Spider-Man out loud for once, and it's great. And Marvel and all that kind of stuff.
So what was the atmosphere like for you guys at Insomniac leading up to this? Because I know just from the Marvel side, we were so incredibly hyped, but also like Mike and Bill, who we had on Facebook Live yesterday, were so nervous because this is the biggest thing we've ever done. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it was excitement, nervous, nightmares the night before. I mean, I think we all were...
Do you remember the nightmares?
Yeah, they were really weird. They were really weird.
Let's dig in.
And they weren't really about the reveal. I think it was like everything else coming out in that way. And I think the team was just, we were ready. We were ready to come out and unveil this and get everybody. I mean, the team's been working so hard. I mean, like in my post, I said like my family Insomniac, and it's really like it is my second family. And I think the great thing is we have so many people who just love Marvel, love Spider-Man, and to have that opportunity. Just one thing that's been really cool is reading some of the stories and like people like this is the group that should be working on Spider-Man, and to me that means a lot. 'Cause, I mean, people just feel like it's a natural fit, and that's what. And like yesterday I saw a picture of our animation team all posing as Spider-Man and taking a picture together. I was like, man, we're in, man. We're in totally. It's great.
Yeah. So you guys watching Facebook, we're pulling in some comments and tweets, and not tweets, but comments on here. So we'll get to what we can answer. A lot of stuff, we're so early in what we can talk about that we're going to be extra secretive because we want to build up. There's so much to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I said a couple days ago, this is actually the biggest production ever in Insomniac. And we've been making it for 22 years.
Yeah.
I mean, for people just think, oh, it's, no, this is a very, very, very big deal for us. And we know how important it is, not only to us as Marvel fans, but to the community. And we just want to make sure we're doing it right. When we reveal stuff, it's the right time. And like I said, it's the biggest production we've made. The game's going to be huge, and we're going to have a ton of really awesome things to reveal. I'm super pumped.
Yeah, one of the things that a lot of the fans have been asking about, and one of the things that we talked a little bit yesterday, was Spidey's suit.
Of course.
And everybody's got questions.
Of course they do. Yeah.
And what Mike and Bill talked about was that's sort of part of the story.
Yeah. The suit is. I mean, we spent, as you can imagine, a ton of time in the suit. I mean, and actually, it's a lot of credit to Mike and Bill for helping us, really fine-tune what it looked like, and making sure that it was something that people are going to talk about, which I've seen. I know there's a lot of questions about that white spider. I know that for sure. In due time, we'll reveal it. But I think one thing is we wanted something to be iconic. We wanted something to be that you still felt like, yeah, it's a Spider-Man suit, but at the same time, we're talking about making this our own universe, making it our own, and that's something we want to do. And you will understand why the suit looks the way it does and how it comes to be.
Yes. One of the things, not getting into that, but the actual white spider on the suit, just in what we've shown so far, has such a great look. You can there's something about it that's so easy to follow and so like iconic about watching Spidey, especially in the trailer you guys put together, the teaser, is he's doing all these cool moves and all this acrobatic stuff, but it's like you're always tracking that.
Yeah, I mean, so I don't really talk about this a lot, but just from like a design standpoint, having the white spider helps a lot to find Spider-Man in the world. So it's just there is another aspect to it. I mean, that's all I'll really say. Like probably James, our community guys, look at me going, just shut up. But it does really help out, and like I said, you guys will all understand what it's about and why it's there. And one thing Bill and Mike talked a lot about with us very early on is like there's a reason for everything in this game. We ask the question why a lot in meetings, and that's we're really important. Like we're not going to do it just for the sake of doing it, because that's not really true to the Marvel brand. It's not really true to the Marvel what we do, and we just want to make sure that there's a reason for everything, and we'll learn very soon about the White Spider.
Yeah, Michael Bennett, I want to say sorry. You will not be able to play Spider-Man on this Spider-Man game on your Nintendo 64. It's a bummer, I know. But you've got
Nintendo 64. That's
64.
Cool.
You got your Banjo-Kazooies and your Conker and all that stuff. So dig out those. But this game is exclusive to PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Very exciting. Sony is just killing. We were sitting in the press conference on Monday, and I had no idea about anything else going in there.
Yeah.
And I just love coming to E3 and like enjoying all the games. And I was like, oh my god, this is a ridiculous lineup.
Yeah. We've worked with Sony in the past on Ratchet and Resistance, and actually just this year we released a new Ratchet game, and I love working with Sony. They're great. We have great partners, from Greg Phillips, our producer, to Brady Hunt, to Mark Cerny, our executive producer. Mm-hmm. They've been instrumental in this whole process of making this game, and and be on PlayStation platform. It's a great console, and I'm totally doing a promo right now for Sony. And no, it's been great. And this is my 16th or 17th E3, and that was probably one of the press conferences I've ever been to. It helps that Spider-Man was there, of course, but just in terms of the lineup of games, the pace of the show, it was really awesome.
Yeah. One of the things that fans are asking about as well is this a movie game? And that we're very definitively saying
it's that's the one thing I was like, we talked a lot about what are we going to say, and I said the first thing we're not going to say, it's not a movie game. This is our own Spider-Man universe. And the thing that we've said all along is like we obviously want to respect the traditions of the franchise because we're all big Spider-Man fans. Yeah. But same thing, we want to mix things up from time to time, and I think that the suit is a good example of that. It is changing certain things. We still know it's Spider-Man, but at the same time we are bringing something new, and there's going to be some really interesting twists and turns, and from what our story is to the mechanics. If you look at that scene that everybody's talking about where he runs through the coffee shop. Yeah. Obviously swinging is a big deal for us, but if you just look at the Spider-Man character, he's so acrobatic. We want to bring kind of that more of the parkour elements to his moveset. So again, it's not just the story about it, it's also just the way the game plays. We want to bring some new elements to it as well.
Yeah, you guys, I'm sure, have been getting really in deep on the combat.
Yeah. And from the traversal side, we made a game called Sunset Overdrive.
I love Sunset so stupid much. Your wife, who I know as well, I told her about that a long time ago.
Yeah, it was funny. So it's funny. I feel like I've talked to you through my wife a couple times, and just because it's saying we just can't talk about anything, and I think from Traversal we definitely lean on Sunset, and just we want this game. Also, the other thing is humor. Humor is really important in Spider-Man. We want to make sure that we does have a sense of humor. There's that that human story, that relatability that people love about Spider-Man. That's really, really, really important to us. And it's really difficult to pull off, but we're trying.
We have a question in here from Ralphie Barba, which is a good one. Is this Spider-Man new to being a hero, or is he experienced?
He's definitely more experienced. That's one thing. Again, as we're in the MCU, based on Civil War, he's been 6 months, right? Ours is not 6 months. It's definitely further down the line.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Gerald, and his moves and the way he fights, the way he swings, will reflect that. It's going to be reflected in the gameplay as well.
Yeah, that's great. Gerald Hill asks, and we're not going to get too deep into this, but are there going to be any hero cameos or other character appearances? And one would think, building a beautiful, wonderful world, we'll see an amazing Spider-Man.
I can tell you the cast is really big. It's really big.
Yeah.
Specifically, Michael Schaefer is wondering if Spider-Ham will be showing up. Can we confirm Spider-Ham at this time?
I can tell you right now, a Spider-Ham picture that has been sent around the office a lot. Like I was actually for research playing Shattered Dimensions, and there's a certain Spider-Ham appearance, and that was I was taking pictures of that and sending around the office.
That's great. Speaking of the other Spider-Man games, how do you guys, how have you looked at those and figured out how to play?
I think it's really important. I mean, I think you have to do your research. There's been a lot of great games. I mean, Spider-Man 2 is still one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
And to actually that fantasy. When you talk about what's the fantasy film, swinging through New York City, that's what Spider-Man 2 delivered for really the first time. And I mean, I'm actually even fans of like the Spider-Man games that Treyarch made back in the day for PS1, which I thought was awesome. But that fantasy film and just doing a research of like what people liked about swinging, what people liked about combat, what people expected from the city, what did they want from the city. That was really, for us, you saw those opening shots of New York.
Yep.
For us, New York is a very important character in this game,
Yeah.
and we live there. I mean, that we want it to feel like New York City as much as we can.
Yeah, so a lot of people head down, walking very quickly, being annoyed by tourists. Like, I will help out. I'll give you dialogue.
Yeah. Actually, it's funny. We do have a lot of city chatter in the game right now. So but again, it's really, we want it to feel like the Big Apple as much as we possibly can.
For sure. You guys call it an open world?
Yeah. I know. It's funny. Someone's like, we confirmed. It's not even confirmed. It's an open world game. I'm like, if you're making Spider-Man, it's got to be open world. Like it's the most natural fit. And the great thing is, we just made Sunset, which is an open world. So we're building off that experience, not only about traversal, but like world building and how big it is, and how to build this game. So it was like I said. I feel like the Spider-Man franchise is a classic fit for Insomniac, but just in terms of what our experience building games, it was a really good fit.
Yeah, and I love Sunset, and the open world there, it's like pockets of things happening all over. But Spider-Man set in New York City is nonstop. It's got to be nonstop, which has got to be such an undertaking for you guys. I would imagine.
Yeah,
I'm figuring.
What are they? It was like the president aging, like how you age like really fast, like compared to what time. I feel like I'm definitely aging, but it's like I tweeted this out a couple days ago. Like I really am. A lot of us are really living a childhood dream right now, and just being able to do this. I mean, and I'm just, like I know I feel like I'm speechless a little bit because it's just I still can't believe we actually announced a Spider-Man game. It's crazy. So
what was that first conversation like? Like where you guys figured this out?
Okay, so I'll tell you the story. So we were wrapping up. We were finishing up a project, and Ted, our president and CEO, I was in his office, and he goes, "So, how would you? What do you think about working with Sony again?" I'm like, "Yeah, great." And he's like, "What do you think about Marvel?" And I just was like, "What?" I was like, and I'm not joking. I said, "What body part do you want me to cut off so we can work on this thing?" And I said, "We have to do this." And then I was like, "Oh, by the way, I'd really like to be the creative director." And I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I was like delirious from like the last game we shipped. And he was like, "Okay." And that was it. I was like, probably the quickest job interview I've ever had in my life. And then I was like, "Oh God, we're and we started talking about characters, and I'm like, it's Spider-Man. It's got, it's Spider-Man. That's all I gotta say." And it's just like I said, fit right, and it's been a roller coaster, an exciting one since then. I mean, I remember, I had the benefit of going to see the Civil War, and I mean, the next day I was presenting to a bunch of Marvel people. And I leaned over, and I'm like, I can't believe I'm going to be presenting to Marvel tomorrow. It's like I said, it's just a really surreal thing. And like our studio, our guys at Insomniac, that family I can't think of a better group of people to be working with and going on this journey with. So we're really, the team is just, you walk around the office and see what they're working on, and they're so talented, and I'm so proud of them.
It's great. We're going to wrap up on Facebook Live very shortly. We got a bunch of questions in here, but we really can't talk about it. One of the things I did want to talk about...
We'll be back, I promise.
For sure.
Be back.
We'll be doing this. Maybe we'll do it at your office.
Yeah. We want you guys to come out.
Yeah, but just a little tease. Watch the teaser again. If you are a Spider fan, there's cool stuff in there. Yeah. And I think that's
we definitely like I said, big fan of the movies, and I feel like the movies always do a really good job of little Easter eggs, right? And we wanted to throw a couple things in there. So there's definitely some things that will get people talking. Yeah, well, we're gonna have so much to talk about. You're probably gonna be sick of me by the end of the project, so I hope not. But
no, I don't think
we
so.
We have a lot of fun things, and there are Easter eggs in that trailer
for sure. So you guys, we're wrapping up here on Facebook Live, but if you want to hear more of this conversation, we're going to continue it on This Week in Marvel. It's the official Marvel podcast. We're going to talk a little bit more with Brian. We also talked with Mike and Bill from Marvel Games, so we're going to get a lot of backstory.
Can I just say one thing? I just want to thank the community already. Our studio has been so thrilled by the reaction from you guys. We are reading all the feedback, and thank you just for all the outpouring of, this morning I was just watching a video of people reacting to the announcement, and we were geeking as much as you guys were geeking out over it, and so thank you. I promise we'll answer a lot of questions, and again, just thanks again. We're so thrilled by the outpouring of the reaction of this game, so thank you so much.
Well said. All right, so stay tuned to This Week in Marvel. Subscribe to that podcast, and we'll bring you more of that. But for now, thanks for watching, Facebook.